Hi guys and welcome to my Canada's Drag Race review series, and we're here for the review of episode 7. I think that's right, I don't know, I'm trying not to be too loud because I'm out here in the middle of the water. I thought this would be fun, something different, I don't know, it's been a faff to do, but I've got my tripod in the boat. The sun, it's amazing, the sunshine, and the weather's been amazing all week. I've just been up the hill, got some 4G, watched Canada's Drag Race. And I was like, oh my god, wouldn't it just be the best thing ever if I could literally just do the review on the water. I've never been on the boat all by myself. I mean, I'm literally on a boat. I've got ropes, I've got all sorts, but I've got a life jacket, don't worry, I'm just not wearing it for the video. But yeah, I've literally got tripods and baby wipes. I got my shade button. I decided I'm not gonna have my shade fan because if I was like, and the boat would just rock. I don't know, we're kind of moving already. It's natural, we're in the water. I'm in the sort of channel channel sort of bit, so it's really sheltered, which is perfect, so hopefully we won't move too much. I'm going to try and rattle through this as quickly as I can. I don't know if you want to see more of this though. It'll probably be on the vlog in a few weeks. So here we go. So obviously they come in at the start. I literally just watched this a few hours ago as well, so this is great. I've got wet shoes on too. It's in my mind fresh, hopefully. I don't know, I made some notes. So Alona says that something about the old one being Rita Baga, and I'm like, she's old, she's had it, she's not gonna well, first of all, she's like won the most challenges. She's won 3 challenges. Jimbo's second oldest there, and she's done amazing too. So Alona, don't be getting all ageist and being like, well, they're old, so then I don't, you know what I mean? No. Right, so here we go. This is something interesting. Actually, I was going to Google a few things, but then I just didn't. Time just gets away. Can you even see me? I got my sunglasses. I do declare, it's bless. It's Mercedes and Diamond with her opulent. Yeah. Like I said, try not to make so much noise, but not like it really. Like, I came here to be like sheltered and private, so I can make. I mean, I was making more noise when I was up the hill, and that was closer to people. So hey, here we go. So they skipped straight onto a maxi challenge for this, and it is a pageant challenge, which is exciting. It did say, everyone was like, they kept saying it throughout the episode, and like the very first Drag Race, in Drag Race history, the first pageant challenge, I'm like, hang on, right, I need to speak up on this if no one else has, because first of all, fuck season 9's Drag Race, fuck everybody in season 9's episode 1, Lady Gaga, like, y'all know that season 9 at this point is like mathing. So fuck Nina Bonina Brown, who won the pageant. Did nobody I need to watch her raw review to see what her thoughts are on that, because seriously, oh my god. So they're like, oh, it's the first pageant. No, we had the Miss Charisma, Uniqueness, Nerve and Talent pageant season 9. It was the first episode we didn't have a main runway on the main stage. We had it on the pageant stage with the hometown looks and the Lady Gaga looks, and RuPaul wasn't in drag for like basically the first time, I think, on like the runway kind of situation. So yeah, the top was Eureka, I think Valentina, and obviously Nina because she won. And then Cynthia Lee Fontaine comes in and storms the pageant at the end. She's like, hang on, there's a 14th contestant, blah blah blah. Yeah, so little tangent there as usual. I love season 9. Question me on anything you need, but there was a pageant then. I get that it's not this. I mean, yeah, fine. It was sort of explained as the Miss Charisma, the Miss pageant, but it wasn't really a pageant. It was just like an entrance look, 2 looks, kind of like Drag Race UK, the hometown plus the Queen look. Well, Lady Gaga is the Queen, but anyway, it was very that, so it wasn't like a pageant like this episode, so I will give you that after watching it. But when I first heard that, I was like, hang on, hold all the phones. Hello? I have my spare phone here too. Hold all the phones. But yeah, no, seriously, it was literally, I was like, pageant, hang on a sec. Speaking of phones, I got my new phone, it's amazing. I got my blue hydrangea case and my old manila one, so I need 2 phones. I need to come equipped and prepared and all that jazz. So anyway, we've spun around and now the sun. What are you gonna do? Yeah, so going through the characters, like Scarlett and Jimbo wanted the same character. I think Jimbo got it in the end. Alona was playing some miserable character, and I was like, well, that's just If the shoe fits, and it did. Oh, and then like once they dished out the rolls, because Rita Baga dished out the rolls, back roll. Anyway, she was like, and we're gonna switch everything around now just to make it fair that I win. And she was like, I'm just kidding. But actually, first of all, yeah, very Canadian, just to be like, well, actually, we're not gonna sabotage. But she could have done that actually, and it wouldn't have really mattered. Like, I was reading the rolls, and I was like, they could. I think it would be fair if it was literally just like, oh, get a role, see how you do with it. Like, you could turn out any role if you're funny enough or can present sort of improv and comedy kind of thing. But anyway, so Lemon had the bratty character, Alona was miserable, Jimbo had like the slutty whatever, Priyanka was like, I'm wanting to fight, and she was pregnant. I didn't even realise till halfway through. Yeah, I was like, okay, Alona and Priyanka are going to give stank face. I mean, they're given good characterization. That's that tongue pop echoed. Wow. Oh my god. That is so cool. Oh my god. I need to switch the boat around. Why are we moving? Unless we're going to keep doing another 180. We're literally, man, the sun. It looks nice. Don't get me wrong. Hey, y'all. Appreciate the backgroundness while I swing us around a bit with the oars. Or should I just don't want any glare on. Can you see me? Glare St. Clair? I don't think so. So we're not having, no, we're gonna move. I'm gonna spin us around like Kylie. Spinning around. Okay, we're going towards the sun more, so I'm gonna have to go a whole 180 now, aren't we? Y'all let me know that if when I get there. Not like this is recorded a week in advance and then by the time you watch this, and yeah, but anyway. This is fun. I'm aware that I'm doing this completely sort of weird looking. I'm trying not to rock the camera too much, and I'm also left-handed, so I should be doing it the other side. I can't do it very well this side. That's better. Is that better? The sun is on me, that's how we want it. I mean, oh, it's been amazing weather. Scorching. I'm getting tanned. There, perfect. That's how I wanted it to be for like the whole video, but hey, we on a boat. It's gonna move. So, where were we up to? We're up to like the main challenge pageant. So there was multiple facets to this. Obviously that's probably what a pageant is. Don't get me wrong, if I critique this, and I don't know much about pageants. So they had, I think, 3 different sort of sections. There was a bit where they all came on and then Jimbo was like in their face, which was funny, trying to get all the attention. Oh, and here's the thing, when she was doing her character with the boobs and the voice and stuff, I was like, hang on, I've seen this before, where have I seen this? And then I realised it's on the cameo that she did for me, which I can say now because you'll have seen it. It's up on, I scheduled it for while I was away, so it's currently not up yet. But when this is uploaded, it'll be up. So yeah, I got a cameo from Jimbo, and Jimbo was doing the voice and the boobs and everything. So that was quite funny. Go check that out. If you haven't, go support them on Cameo because it is amazing getting the cameos from the queens. For some reason her voice was also just giving me a little bit of James Mansfield as well, not to harp on about season 9 again because my fave. But yeah, seriously, I was like, James Mansfield? Hi shapeshifters? No. Except for like Scarlett Bobo was given like a robot voice, and sometimes they show, you just never know. I was thinking, oh, that a critique's going to be like, oh, Scarlett, you didn't do so good, and turns out she was doing good. But sometimes you just can't tell because she was doing the drums and then she was doing this robot voice, and I was like, are they going to be like, all you did was bang some drums? And I'm like, you just can't tell based on anything. They want who they want to be in the top. Her robot voice, was the robot voice, something about her was giving me Ariel for a snatch. Yeah. So we've got James, we've got Ariel, I don't know. I don't know who these people are on the panel for the pageant. At the time I was like, right, I don't know who this person is. I made some notes further down because it turns out the one I was talking about, the older lady, was a drag queen from like the 1950s. She was like Trail, the Blaze the Trail, I don't know. So she seems cool. Michelle Duberry, think. I hope I didn't butcher that. Famous Canadian drag queen. She used to wear male clothing under her drag. What's that about? Is that because in case they had to be like, right, take off your like quick dragging back into boy kind of thing? I don't know. Like, oh my god. So I want to Google her when I get some internet and find out the crack. But I was, while she was on the panel, I was like, oh my god, she's giving me like Lauren Harries. If you don't know who she is, oh my god, go Google like Lauren Harries. Like, who wants the cake? Who wants the cake? That's literally what it's giving me. Oh my god, I'll have to find the clip.
Who wants the cake? Do you want the cake?
She was on Big Brother. I don't know, it's just the hair and everything. I was like, oh my god, who wants the cake? Lauren Harries. Anyway, Alona did like the painting thing, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I mean, she literally just was like, boop, boop. I mean, I did better than that when I did my manila painting. I'm just saying, like, hey, like, that was on Drag Race UK. I did like a French artist outfit. I recreated the manila painting from All Stars 4. Just saying. But then she started like clapping the paint back over her body and like having a tantrum. I'm like, okay, she's in character. She's supposed to be like the tantrum-y kind of pageant character. I don't know. Are we moving towards the rocks? I'm gonna check. We're fine. Right. And then she's like, I don't like you guys. I'm done being talented. And I'm like, well, why do a pageant in the first place? I don't get this. I'm not part of this like world, so I'm a bit confused as to like what's given good characterization and what's like true to like pageant vibes. I don't know. So forgive me for my rubbish critique. I mean, if Jeffrey's allowed to, then IGS. I'm just saying. Priyanka was like doing some, I would love to get up and do it, but I can't rock the boat. Sit down, you rock on the boat, sit down the rock. Anyway, she was doing like the swan, like, woo. I was like, come on, beige swan, is Morgan McMichael's back? She was preggers, she gave birth during a pageant. I mean, fierce. That was a fish jump. That was cool. Keep hearing little noises. Ooh, nature. Come on, nature, let's get natural. Jimbo looked so good in red hair. I'm not entirely sure why it creaked when her legs opened. I wrote that as a note. I'm like, oh sis, but she was doing comedy. I'm like, okay, comedy is Jimbo's thing. She's like, I'm not like into looks. I mean, she is. She does incredible looks, but her comedy is like the thing. I'm excited if there is another comedy. I don't think there'll be another comedy challenge because we've already had Snatch Game and 2 sort of improv-y challenges. So I want to see Jimbo like at a show, like doing stand-up. Right, Lemon, oh my god, Lemon's mime was so cool. I was like, okay, this is good. I'm loving, because sometimes I'm like, is this gonna be good? Is this? But when it was like straight away, I was like, oh, she's doing good. She's doing a mime good. And she was like, what else did I write? And then when she was leaving, she hit her head on the thing and she was like, dunch. I was like, oh my god, it's hilarious. I really wanted her to do well because of that. Rita Baga did the gift wrapping. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to receive a gift if it had been wrapped like that. It was wrapped like a dog had been chewing on it or something. I don't know. But, no. If that's a talent, then I should have a silver star because I'm not a gold star. I mean, I'm a platinum star gay, but I'm not a gold star wrapping present person. But I can wrap a present to the silver standards. So hey. And then they did the swimsuit section, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm so confused. There's too much pageant. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know enough about pageant. Eureka, Trinity, come give me a lesson because I don't know. Alona was doing well though. She was doing like that fake smile vibe. Lemon's heel broke, I think, and she was like committed to doing that, which was funny. Oh my god, then Jimbo, it was like a Q&A section. Jimbo did the deep throat the mic. I was like, it's a gag, it's funny. She did well for that. I thought it was funny. And then Alona was like, I'm not touching that, like, which was still in character, so it kind of worked. Oh, and then at the end they were like, oh, and world peace. I'm like, okay, come on, pageant queen realness. If I don't know about pageants and I know the world peace, I only really know because of Trinity. They took her EP on one of the songs, or the pre-song. She was like, there's such an astigmatism with pageant queens, and then, and world peace at the end is what she really wanted. So, yeah. Sometimes there's deer on these islands. One of these, that island over there, I think it's Rabbit Island. Doesn't mean there's rabbits on it, it's just called that, I don't know why. But there is sometimes deer, sometimes little voles, little fishy fishy, moly voles. What are they, like little mice, fish mites? I don't know. All sorts of stuff. Nature. Oh, and then at the end of the pageant, that Michelle judge was just not there. She just wasn't to be seen, and they were like, "Oh my god, she stole the crown." Pageant's over. There's no winner. I'm like, first of no, sis. Surely they have a backup crown for pageants and things, because I don't know how this works, but I feel like they might do a double crowning on certain things. They did one on obviously All Stars 4, like hello, which is always referred back to that film with the double crowning. Is it Tu Wong Fu? I can't fully remember. So I'm like, surely Valentine. Surely for a pageant there's a second crown just in case. But anyway, the theatrics of it all. So hello. I thought it was a fun challenge, random, quirky. I had different characterizations and stuff, so it was interesting. Oh my god, then we get into the workroom and Scarlett was being cranky with Alona. She was like, "Don't roll your eyes." Was that an eye roll? And I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? I don't get it. She was going on about hairspray. It felt like a heated discussion, but here's my thoughts on it. You do that, like I do that with people like my friends or whatever. If I'm being sort of like a bit snippy, it's because I'm close to them and I can feel like I can be like that. I wouldn't be nasty on purpose, or like I wouldn't be like being genuinely like really I'm upset. You know that I'm upset. If I'm upset with you, you know about it. And it wasn't like that. It was coming across quite friendly in a way, but I feel like Scarlett was just like being a bit like and Alona was like, "Stop taking it out on me." So they were kind of like a friendship argument, and I was like, okay, I get that. It was kind of making me think of Alyssa and Coco, and Alyssa's like winding her up and being like and Coco's like, "Well, I'm not joking, bitch." Yeah, y'all know that I would have shouted that, but I can't. Nature. But yeah, seriously, like I'm not, like she's not joking. Like literally, Alyssa was joking. Coco's like, "Nah, y'all took it too far. Look how orange you fucking." Well, she was orange, but you know what I mean. It's like that kind of friendship. But in another sense, Alyssa was doing it to get in people's heads, pageant-wise. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just like, this is like a little argument going on, but I saw it as more like a friendship bicker thing, being like, you're such a bitch, like blah blah. I feel like the nerves were just getting to them, and there was almost a moment where people, I mean, they were living for it. Priyanka was living for a Jimbo. They're like, I love the drama. It was very much like, is she annoyed at Alona because as a team last week they didn't win, and Scarlett blames Alona for them not winning, kind of thing. I don't know, it was a bit like, ugh. So they were just fighting for no reason, apparently. And then they showed pictures of Rita Baga when she was like younger, not starting out drag, but when she was younger doing drag, she was so much bigger, and I'm like, oh my god, like the transformation, the story that she's got, the backstory, I think that's so cool. And she's still got those pictures from when I think she did pageants back then too. Did she say she did pageants, or that she definitely said she was doing like splits and wearing little clothes, but that's not a pageant. Could be. Yeah, basically that. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like that her backstory, like if you look at her in the confessionals, look at her drag, she's snatched. That is like, oh my god, she's lost so much weight. Like it's a real like inspiration, it really is. And then Lemon was going on a similar sort of thing, obviously being in the dance world and the drag world, making her feel bad about her body kind of thing. So it's like there's a lot of that goes on though, that's the problem. So hey, there's a boat, there's another boat. Have we got neighbours? Have we got congestion in the area? I feel like, oh my god, that is the thing though, if they come this way I'm gonna be like getting the after ripple effect and it's gonna be all rocky. I'm quite content in my nice little like secluded boat, calm channel place. Please don't come. They've stopped. Cool. So the guest host was this Ali X. Don't know who she is. Hey, cool. Brooklyn looked amazing as always. Jeffrey had this blue eyeshadow as opposed to urine yellow eyeshadow, so hey, switch it up, sis. And Stacey had a cool look. I think what's exciting, I mean, it's exciting to think about what Brooklyn's gonna wear, it really is, but at the same time Stacey is definitely like stepping like the looks up. I'm like, oh my god, each week of what is she gonna wear? Like it is interesting to see like what she's gonna be wearing each week on the runway. So I'm like, love it, Stacey, well done. The runway theme was pageant perfection, obviously to stick with the pageant theme going on. Alona came out in a very sort of pastel colour, very her vibe. It was okay. It was like crystal diamond-y, like mermaid silhouette. Cute. Okay. Lemon came out, oh my god, in her like 5-year-old pageant, like even though she's like tall, it made it work so well that she was literally like, I'm here at a pageant, like she was doing the little dancing, she had the little tutu thing on. Oh my god, she looked, and she doesn't wear yellow every time, but she somehow still managed to make it look amazing in yellow. Like, I just, well done Lemon, seriously. Speaking of amazing looks, so oh my god, Rita Baga came out in this gown. Oh, amazing. She was even saying she was like doing makeup on her arms to cover the tattoos, and I'm like, that's creative, that's pretty cool. The gown was amazing. They loved it. Brooklyn loved it and was like, I want to wear it. And I'm like, I could see Brooklyn in that. Seriously, it was so good. Not being funny, it was literally the best look on the runway. It really was. Priyanka had this sort of blue, and is it gold? I can't fully see. She was saying it was very like Bollywood princess Jasmine from Aladdin, and it was decent. It was good. I thought it was okay. Oh, something about Rita though, they weren't too big on her hair apparently, so I'm like, okay, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Jimbo had this pink thing like old Hollywood. I was like, first of all, apparently she pulled her face back to make her look younger, but it made her look older apparently in her face. Like, they liked the crystal sort of work on her face, but the rest of it was a bit like and I'm like, okay, fair. Like, I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't by a stretch anywhere near as good as any of Jimbo's other looks, don't get me wrong. I was just thinking let them eat cake the whole time she was wearing it. Seriously, anyone who does that silhouette like pink vibe, like, I was just like, let them eat cake, are we near the rocks, we're fine, kind of vibe. Scarlett though, oh my god, hers was also amazing. Not as good as Rita's, but she looked, because she often has like the tattoos out and does like a sort of her vibe, as they said, like Scarlett Bobo, like keeping it her sort of situation. But this was a cute like pageant gown, really nice. I love the colour. It was like nude and black, and even going in with like the hair, like, hey, Manila blonde streak vibes. But no, it really worked. It was amazing. It really was. The judges said Alona wasn't very funny, a bit one note. I'm like, okay, fair. Like I say, I can't ever tell what it's gonna be. Lemon did good at the improv. They said she was padded and it was much better. I was like, okay, that's fair enough. That is much better than her Celine look, because that needed to be padded and cinched and so she took a risk and it paid off. I was like, at this point, she has to win. She had a good runway and did really well on the challenge. I liked the mime, everything she did, so funny. I'm so impressed with Rita as well, actually. Like, considering I was saying she was like flying under the radar, for me I was like, wow, like, who is she? Where's she been? Where's she come from? But she won 3 challenges, just done really well. Like, I'm actually really impressed with Rita Baga, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was in the top 3. I'm happy with her if that is the case. They also said Priyanka was kind of one note, so I'm like, okay, she played it small, reminiscent of her Snatch game, and I'm like, oh, she really needs to bring it with these improv comedy challenges. I'm like, I thought she'd do well once again because of her sort of experience in working with TV, and she even said it herself, is this like a total waste? Like, did I quit my job and I've had all these years of in TV like being for nothing? And I'm like, I think it's just a challenge. It doesn't mean you're like a complete failure at life, like, hello. But I think Drag Race is hard. I don't know. It probably definitely is hard. I wouldn't know. But don't put yourself down just because you sort of struggled on a few improv challenges. Like, it's all good. They didn't like Jimbo's look, like I said. I'm like, okay. I got a pageant from it though. It was pageant. They enjoyed Scarlett very much. I was like, okay, she did good in the challenge with her little drumming, and they probably want her to be in the top 2. Top as well, not top 2. They said Scarlett looked kind of like a rock star. She still had that like Scarlett Bobo vibe, like as if Scarlett was like a rock star going to the Oscars. She's like, right, fine, I'll wear a gown if I have to, if I must, if I trust. They were literally going in on Jimbo though, questioning Jimbo's taste level. I was like, hang on a sec, like, Jimbo was not happy backstage when they went into Untucked. This is like one of the best dramatic Untucked that we have. They were like, Jimbo's taste level. Jimbo was like, well, I questioned their knowledge of the English language, and I'm like, okay. I'm kind of glad she was saying that and speaking up though, especially for all y'all who hate Jeffrey Boyer Chapman and want to get him off the show. It's like, okay, well, calm down. But yeah, there was a bit of clapping back going on. Rita Baga was like, well, it's not the best look, and and Jimbo was like, well, your hairline is shit. It's awful. I don't like it. I'm not featuring it. I'm not blah, 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 blah. I'm like, she was like, keep your comments to yourself, and I was like, keep it coming. Like, I want it. Like, I'm living for this. So I was like, this literally was some good drama and some tea. Like, they were literally like Jimbo versus Rita Baga, and I'm like, this is a thing. And she just kept coming for her hair, saying it was so thirsty and like dry, and something about grandma dunked her head in the toilet. I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. Like, the shade. Don't get on Jimbo's wrong side. I think she was just a bit like pissed that she hadn't done so well, and she was kind of like, any little critique was like, it's not the time to start to talk to Jimbo at all. At this point I was still like, oh my god, Lemon should win. They were going on about Jimbo, the critiques, not the critiques, the deliberation, they were going on about Jimbo's fashion journey, and I'm like, fashion journey? It's been amazing the whole time. She has a little blip that isn't even that much of a blip. Don't start being like, oh, her fashion journey's like, no. Jeffrey, what is that eyeshadow journey? That's what I want to know. So, Lemon won. I was like, oh my god, yay. I was literally so happy that she won, because she had such a good look, and she did so good. Especially compared to like last week, where they were all like, Lemon should go based on her look, and I'm like, that's not a thing. No. Well, it is if you're nitpicking right at the, you know what I mean, but it's not often you just be like, well, based on the look, Lemon should go. No. Scarlett did really well though. She came second, and she's like, I'm not being seen still, I'm not being noticed. I'm like, you really are. I mean, just not winning. Coming second though, hey, like out of 6 on a challenge, she did really good. I was happy for her. So the bottom 2 was Alona and Priyanka, and the bottom 3 was also Jimbo, and I was like, they better not put Jimbo in. She was okay. Like, Alona was, I don't know, Alona was, they were all okay. At this point, like Brooklyn said, it is nitpicking. I mean, there's only 6 of them, so somebody had to be in the bottom 2. That echoed everywhere. Oh my god. The lip sync was Hello by this Ali X. I don't know, I kind of feel like I recognize the song, maybe a little bit, I'm not too sure, but Priyanka was given like good comedy. I was like, okay, she's doing it good. Alona was given like the arms and the whatever, but like, you can only be in the bottom so many times doing the same sort of thing. And at this point I was like, Alona should be going. Like, it's kind of her time. There's a boat. I'm just going to keep talking though. Yeah, the lip sync was like, okay. I mean, there's been some really good lip sync on Canada so far, but I was a bit like, whatever. So yeah, Alona, sashay away. Bye sis. Hey, top 6 is good though. That's when Crystal from Canada, from UK, who's Canadian, went. So we've got a good top 5. I am feeling like this is very similar to Drag Race UK. It's got that sort of home feel vibe. There's less queens. I know there's 12 instead, whereas UK had 10. So I just feel like really attached to them. Like, definitely Lemon, Jimbo, Scarlett, Rita now. I really do see Rita Baga now. Oh, and Priyanka as well. Oh my god, yeah, literally Priyanka's such a personality. Like, I really do like all of them. I could see any of them being in the top 3. I don't know, predictions for next week? Scarlett needs to do something good. Actually, I have something to say about that. I will in a minute. But first of all, Scarlett, if you watch the end of the lip sync, you know when they're like always screaming and being like, yay, works this. Scarlett was like, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa, whoa. But when she said, ooh, I thought it sounded like she said, go home. Like, go home. Like, go home, Alona. Like, haha, woohoo, you're going home. I was like, shade. Like, is that, like... I was literally thinking, is that what she, like, go watch it. I need to watch it again because I don't actually think that's what happened, but it sounded like that. I was like, oh my god. It's very like when Roxy turned to Fifi O'Hara and she's like, it's you, you're going home. Yeah, right. So Scarlett, when I did my cameo, I got my cameo of Scarlett, go watch it. Please. She I was like, oh my god, the fire breathing was so cool. I was like, she said she has more tricks, and I'm like, what other tricks has she got? She knows this has already been filmed. So when she was on the runway, I was like, she's definitely not going home. If next week she doesn't pull something out on the runway or the challenge again, I'm like, she's not going home again. She's not going home, because I need to see these other tricks that she's got. She said there was more tricks to come. So Scarlett is safe until she pulls out more tricks. Unless she does it on a, unless she does really bad, she's in the lip sync, and then she does it in the lip sync. But we shall see. I don't know. Predictions though, if Priyanka keeps going this rate, she might end up going, and I thought she would be top 3, top 4. But Scarlett's actually done decent recently. She's mostly been safe all season, like they say. But I think top 3 is definitely Jimbo. Lemon is snuck up in there. I was thinking she's going to be the blue or the Cheryl and go home before the final, and also Lemon is definitely Miss Congeniality. I think top 3 final, Lemon, Jimbo and Rita Baga. But you could swap Lemon out for Scarlett or Priyanka. I can't see a final of this season without Rita Baga or Jimbo. They both wowed me. Like, I love them. They're amazing. And now, like, I haven't got a cameo from Rita Baga. I'm definitely going to get one because she's really cool. I don't know why I didn't really notice her the first half of the season. She's amazing. She did some good looks. We're drifting into the rocks a bit. Anyway. Next week I looked at the preview and it is a makeover challenge, so we got some new cute Canadian guys to look at while they make them over, so I'm like, okay sis. But I'm always triggered when it comes to makeover challenges. Obviously y'all know with Manila and Monet went home too with Tyler Oakley, so hey. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. If you did, I hope it's been okay, not too rocky. Like, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Like I say, like I hate, like, it's so weird. Like, I've got this thing, you can't see it. I'll show you on the vlog. I will be doing a vlog soon. I'm going to do some vlogging out here in a minute, and I can use this thing to look under the water and get some footage. So I'm like, oh my god, it's going to be so cool. I've also got like my phone camera. I'm going to take some selfies. Like, I'm really drifting into the rocks right now. I'm going to have to move very soon. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I will be back for the video for episode 8 as quick as I can, because obviously I'm going to try and upload 6 and 7 when I get back. Just stay tuned for everything. Thank you for being so patient, and everyone who's actually watched. It's been amazing. Like, I love talking about this and watching the show. It's so cute. And go check my cameo video if you haven't seen it. But stay tuned for my Scotland vlogs. That will be coming soon. We've literally had the best weather. Like, gorgeous, amazing sunshine the whole time. And with that, thank you for watching. I will see you very soon. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Bye guys. Jimbo, oh my, I'm deceased. I'm literally, I can't. Her denim look, amazing. The best on the runway with the red ponytail. I mean, I just can't. At this point, I just couldn't expect anything less from Jimbo anyway. Oh my god, I was living. Seriously.